Isn't Kamala Harris already fairly progressive as district attorneys go? I mean, you're feeling like she's focusing a little bit too much on these small drug possession cases?
I think when you say the word progressive, that implies a set of values that I don't think is really my point. That we're talking about administration, and everyone can become a better administrator. She has not only a very large bureaucracy that can always be administered better, no matter how much I support her. Also, she does not have control over the police department, which is an entire other kind of bureaucracy that I think needs much better administration when it comes to small drug cases. And so, what I'm telling you is that I'm not going to take the bench, and focus on how we better administrate, let's say, something like the juvenile court. I've not had any juvenile cases, but I do have very definite ideas about how we can speed up the process in the criminal court without infringing on anybody's procedural rights, so that we can focus more on the cases that you hear a lot of complaints about. For example, the robberies that don't get investigated that have been very well reported and things like that.
Should DAs worry that you'd be partial to the public defender side?
No, the public defender will tell you that most of the ex-public defenders who became judges were not particularly partial towards the public defenders.
They say that a lot.
They say that a lot, but I've had to wear different hats since being a public defender. Most notably, I think when I was a public defender, it's obvious that they do not have very close relationship, very affectionate relationship, if you will, with the police department. But since I became a member of the Board of Supervisors, I have been consistent in fighting for more police in my district. And I often find my ex-colleagues questioning me about that. I have been a very strong advocate for police foot patrols, which finally did pass as a law at City Hall. And I want more police, and that's not a view that's a typical one for a public defender. I've been a supervisor longer than I was a public defender. I was a public defender for about 5 years. I was a supervisor for almost 8, and I realized that violence holds communities like mine pretty much hostage.
It looks as though you chose to run against